So anyways, join me every day this month, 24 videos in 24 days, because I'm going to do this every day.
This is me. Back when I thought I could do 24 videos in 24 days. This is me after doing 7 videos in 7 days. This is me if I would have done 24 videos in 24 days.
Hey, it's your boy Mike, back with another beer review. God, oh man. That was my impression of every YouTuber ever. I apologize. Like my intro says, pretty exhausted from trying to do videos every day for that first week. It was pretty tough. As you've noticed from my last couple of videos, I've been just kind of grouping the beers together. I feel like I've failed you and I've failed myself. It's exhausting. Editing takes hours. I can't afford to hire an editor on Fiverr or whatever, and it wouldn't really be what I would want it to be edited. So yeah, I enjoy this. This is super fun, but I feel like if I were to exhaust myself and get 3 hours of sleep a night just trying to do a video a day for 24 days, I would hate doing this, and I really don't want to hate doing this because to me this is like, it's a great hobby. It's a great outlet creatively, and I work in animation, but this is way more creative because I get to do what I want to do. Hopefully I can do this full time someday. Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the videos. I enjoy making them, so I mean, I get to drink beer while I do it. Speaking of beer, let's open this one up. It is the Mr. Needles Fur Pale Ale. 5.3%. Alright, let's get started. Whoa, that one's foamy. Ooh, I can really taste the fir needles. Yeah, I really can. It tastes like pine sol. Nah, just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. It's a different kind of taste. Can't say that I'm crazy about it. Definitely, you know, with some of the more bitter beers, you know, there's that like bit of like a rolling warmth to it. This doesn't have that. It's crisp, it's light, and still has like a weird bitterness to it, and definitely does taste like pine needles or fir needles, whatever. The burp tasted pretty good, actually. Maybe it is like pine sol for the gut. It's not bad. I don't mind it. I feel like once maybe the beer warms up, it'll kind of mellow out a bit. Yeah, I wasn't gonna shoot a video tonight because I'm kind of tired and I'm a little bit bummed out, hence the beer. Yeah, I'm just kind of bummed out about BC government enforcing stronger restrictions and penalties and fines and everything for people who are jeopardizing the safety of everyone else with their selfishness, is what they say. Going through like Facebook comments on these articles, there are so many people that are pitchfork lynch mobs. They want to see blood and heads roll. Comments like, yeah, they should triple the fine, and after their second offense it should be jail time. And like, are you fucking serious? Someone goes to their parents' house or visits a friend or something, you know, even if it's in their circle, whatever, you're gonna get your neighbors calling the police on you. And some people think it's a bit extreme to say that this is like Nazi Germany. My parents were in Ukraine during the war, World War II, and they didn't talk about it. And it wasn't until maybe 10 years before, like, my dad died, I started asking them questions about their lives because they never talked about Ukraine. There was some snippets here and there, like how they met, which was in an internment camp, how my dad changed his name so that the Russians wouldn't, I don't know, torture him, stick things up his butt, whatever it was. That's another story, or I'll tell it after I make my point here. But I finally got my mom to talk about it a little bit. She didn't talk much about it. She didn't want to talk about it because she was afraid that if she did and she said anything bad about Canada or politicians or the Prime Minister, that someone was listening, someone would call the police on her or turn her in, something like that. That's like some severe PTSD. So the little that I did talk to them about this stuff, it's very similar to what's happening right now. And I think a lot of people would agree, yeah, sure, these are the steps that are taken to get to that point. And others say that, you know, to compare this to 6 million Jews being killed is not the same. It's not the same, but there's something afoot, and it just feels weird. And it doesn't feel right. And it feels overblown hysteria that's just fabricated right now. Yep, this is a double plus bad flu video. I didn't want to talk about this kind of stuff because I thought, well, I'm gonna lose subscribers, or I don't know, get flagged or something. This is technically a vlog, and I don't know, this is just what's on my mind right now. There has been for months. So much to the point where I want to leave the country. That sounds stupid because everyone like always says, oh, Canada's the best, you have free healthcare. Sure, yeah, that's great. It really is, but there's so much that people don't know, and there's so much maybe I'm overreacting about and thinking that it'll just go down this weird trail into communism or whatever. It scares me because my parents went through that and I don't. There's a reason why they left to come to Canada, because it wasn't a good time for them. And I think we're like enough generations removed from that people don't realize how terrible that was. You know, guns, bombs, all that stuff. You know, this is a completely different type of warfare. My dad was a funny guy with jokes and just, you know, voices and being funny and stuff. I always thought he was kind of a kook because in like the 80s, he would talk about Big Brother, before it was Big Brother. All the surveillance, like they can track you, don't write a check, don't use credit cards, they can track every move that you're doing. He had this huge list of things not to do so the government couldn't track you. Again, PTSD from the war. And I always laughed at it and I'm like, you're stupid, this is dumb. And then like 10 years later, I guess like, yeah, like in the 90s, Big Brother started showing up everywhere. You know, the NSA, Big Brother, like all this stuff. And I was like, holy shit, he was right. And he was. He also had like these weird quirks like with superstitions and stuff like that, which I'm not. I'm not that bad, but I definitely am a conspiracy theorist now. What a life I've chosen. I didn't want to be like my dad. I didn't, you know, grow up wanting to be someone who always thought that someone's out to get you. It's hard not to believe that stuff when there's just so much shit going on. Anyways, yeah, so this is why I am who I am, I guess. My parents being paranoid and living through some pretty awful shit. And I'm too soft and fat to deal with any of this stuff. I wouldn't last in an internment camp. I would get raped, probably. Maybe laughed at. It'd take me a while to starve to death. I've got some layers on me, but anywho. So far this beer's pretty good. Terrible. Not the beer, the video so far. Yeah, I don't know. Comment below and let me know what you think. Do you want to leave the country? Perhaps build an underground bunker where they can't find you. That'd be good too, but then I'd have to stock it up. I don't think I'd get Wi-Fi there. Back to those Facebook comments. Yeah, a lot of people falling for this stuff, and they're okay with having no freedom, calling the police on their neighbors, and injecting themselves with poison, nanobots, embryo, fetus, stem cells, all that stuff. Yeah, that's one question I have. Why does this need to be stored at -70, this vaccine? I have to say the burps taste pretty good. There's Tree Brewing in Kelowna, and I love their beers. They're bitter, but oh man, it's like not a terrible bitter. It's like a good little crispy bite. All their beers taste like pine needles. At least that's what people say, and I kind of agree. I think it tastes pretty good. Yeah, I like that sort of piney, minty sort of stuff in beer, that sort of layer at the end of it. And then your burps taste great. Can't say that they smell good. So yeah, as this warms up, there's a bit of sweetness to it. Sort of like, not right away, but when you swallow and you still have like some in your mouth, then there's like this really nice, I don't want to say berry, but it's like It's like a light sweetness, like a berry of some sort. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it.